Hello. Let's see, we're back with another video from me, Chio of ChiMia. This is just a regular store management type of video. I need to list a few items on the marketplace. They were from an event. The event is over. So now time to list them. So let's just jump into it. There's my little avatar again. My store avatar for ChiMia. I have in my inventory up the items that I need to list on the marketplace. So I need to pull up my marketplace listings. I'm in Firefox and it happens to have the marketplace listings right here in the window. I want to list new items. So let's start with the PG version. All I do is right click, copy to marketplace listings. And then it starts setting it up for me. In this version I also want to put, this is just the item, the normal item, without animations and poses in it. As well, I just choose to put that in this box. And then, so we have the PG version loaded up over here. I also have an adult version, so once again, copy to marketplace listings. And there's the adult version right there. PG adult, I named it easy. I want the folders to be called the same thing. And let's get the images in, because I like to toss in images. So when people get delivered the folder, they get a little picture of what the item is before they have to res it out and be like, oh yeah, it's this or that. So I'm just going to toss those in there. I'm going to set my permissions. Okay, that looks good. Copy transfer, they don't need to modify it. It's just a preview picture. If you get curious, they just kind of look like this. This is just my little ad square picture of what it is. And I also like to toss in, I have a little note card about animated furniture, just kind of little notes about what I did with the animated furniture. I put in some contact info too. So I'm just gonna copy that into both of these folders. And then this is the normal note card I like to put in, and that just has the store contact information, a little thank you for buying our items, has the social media, landmark to the main store, all of that fun stuff. A lot of creators just put in, drop in the landmark. Some creators put in note cards. I choose to do note cards. So when people buy this and it's in their inventory, they can delete it if they don't want the information or whatever. Especially if they're repeat buyers, they don't need like 20 different versions of the same note cards. But anyway, I toss it in. So we're in our marketplace listings window. We got all the items inside that we want delivered when somebody purchases this. So we go ahead and go create listing. And again, create listing. And that's nice and easy there. Now I want to switch over to my Firefox, my window, my browser, where I have Marketplace up. This is our ChiMia Marketplace store with some of our many items. You can see our style here. We just named it the exact same thing as pretty much what it's named in World. I add some extra info on like applier, like accessory stuff if needed. But anyway, pretty basic. We don't try to get too fancy with it. But I need to go to the merchant home and manage listings. And those are some old items. Oops, I need to clear that search. Okay, so these two down here are the items that we just uploaded. So what I want to do, they're both pretty much the same item, so I'm going to edit both of them at once. Okay, so we still want them inactive for now. The maturity level, we will change that individually. They're both 100% mesh items, original mesh. So with this item, they're not transfer, they're modify and copy. And I'm setting C description because it's one of those deals where the item, the mesh itself is modified, but all like the scripts and animations and stuff inside are not. So I check the little C description box, and in my description I talk about whatever's going on. Now this is furniture, so I'm going to pick land to use the item. Makes sense. Item title we'll figure out in a bit. Now we're getting to all of the product features, we're getting to the description, the keywords, price. So this stuff takes a few things are exactly the same between the adult and PG versions, and some of them are not. So I'm just gonna quickly pull up my information in another window while we figure this out, but let's figure out what we can fill out right away. So I have these items in my main store, and so that's my SL URL to the main store where people can check out the items. That's going to be the same between both. And let's see, they're both called the ChiMia Couples Vanity Sync, or just Couples Vanity. I keep calling it either one. And I'm copying over more information. So description, this is description I have written up. I have this in the vendor system, so I'm just plain copying it over, all of it. And keywords. Now of course we're gonna adjust what these say depending on whether we're looking at the PG item or the adult items. And of course category. So we need to find a good category so people can find these items. So I'm going to say home and garden. Seems like furniture. Oops. Furniture, outdoor, bathroom. It's a vanity sink, so I want to say bathroom sinks. And there we go. Now we have a nice category for them. Now we say the 5 land impact in the mesh, so prim count 5. That's the same for either one. The price is different, so we're going to leave that blank. Now, it's usually good to fill in the product features. It helps your customers, plus it helps like boost your listing and all that and make it more findable for everybody. So, sink for bathrooms, we'll say. And it's a couple's vanity, and we're going to just say right up there you can use it with 1 or 2 avatars. I said people, but I want to change it to avatars. Okay, I like to put in something about the land impact, even though it has its own field. Let's see, here's the little note about the permissions. Make sure that's all really clear. Once again, you know, the mesh itself is copy and mod, but stuff inside is no mod. Going back up to that little C description checkbox. And what else? Let's say both PG and adult versions available. Okay, that sounds pretty good. This is a good start. Let's just go ahead and update, and that'll update on both of the listings. Okay, there we go. Oh, and because some of the keywords and stuff that we put in the listing, Second Life already flagged it as adult. So let's just go to the first one, and now we're going to edit the individual descriptions for each one. Now, how do we tell what's what? Right here, the SL folder name. This is what I called the product. I labeled it as the adult version. So now we know this is the adult version. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, now we'll list them both as active at the same time later. So of course all of this is the same. It's the adult version. And let's see. Do I like the formatting of this? I think I'll just space this out a little bit so it's easier to read. Yeah, that looks nice. So even in the adult version of this particular item, I still have the normal PG animations, and then this is the adult version, so we're going to leave in this bit and additional 14 poses for the adult version. Okay, so this one is not PG. Well, there's PG items in it, but we should just label it as adult, I think. It's a vanity, it's a stink, it goes in the bathroom, it's for couples. It has a wood finish mirror. We'll get more into that when we add in the picture. So I'm labeling this right now the price for the adult version. Put that in, the print count, the URL to see the item, it's unlimited, all that's the same. Here's where we choose an image. And I gotta figure out where I put my images. I have a lot of stuff since I'm a creator. Let's find that couple's vanity. And there it is. So this is a PG version. Here's the adult version. Takes it a minute. Once again, I'm on slow internet, so everything takes a little extra time. And then there's the lovely picture up there. I don't have any animated GIFs or PDFs with more info or anything like that. Some related items. Let's see, we have a bathtub. We can add, now this is the related items, that's just stuff in your store that's related to whatever this is. This is up to you to fill out. I highly recommend filling this out and adding related items. Just gives more exposure to more of your items, and then customers can see what other cool things that you've made that could pair nicely with it, or just more things that you made to add to their store, or from your store to add to to their house or whatever. So we don't have a whole lot of bathroom stuff yet. That bathtub was a big one, so I'm trying to think what other cool, maybe like storage furniture. We have some dressers. Okay, there we go. We can add on the fat pack. Now, we haven't made very many other adult furniture items yet. If we had, I'd put in adult as the search word. But let's see, so now I'm just trying to think what else to do. Maybe some wall art to put in their bathroom. I have made all kinds of stuff. Oh yes, since this is an adult item, this is another adult item. Well, adult themed item. It's a wall art that's has fancy lettering and says cunt. I'm gonna have to label this video It's not quite safe since we have a couple of hints of some naughty things going on, but it's okay. What else? Okay, a couple little items. Alright, maybe some vintage items. Okay, there's the dresser again, maybe a little side table. Got an armchair. Just trying to think what would be interesting to go with some of this stuff. I think we have some lights. Oh yeah, our drum kit lights. I don't know if that would quite go with it. Oh yeah, we have another vanity. That would be good. Oh, okay, we filled it up. Okay, so don't really have a demo item. It's furniture, so I res it at the store, and then people can come stop by the store at the link there and check it out. I'm not going to do listing enhancements. Now this is a store, we have multiple creators, so I need to add everybody's cut in here. So that's my main account. And then the lovely Marcus Slingshot again, he made the mesh for this, and I ended up posing it and boxing it and doing all that fun stuff. So that's what we personally agreed to do with all of our items. And then so I update it. It's all filled out, it's ready to go. Now we gotta go do the PG version. Okay, so now this version is general. 100% mesh, same thing here, land. Now this is the PG version. Okay, so this one doesn't have the adult poses, so I'm taking out the verbiage for that. Okay, so we don't want these items in the PG version description. The price for this one we're setting at 400. Once again, frame count's the same, link is the same. We have a special image for this one. So couples, this is the adult, PG. We tend to make our vendor images and such pretty simple background. You can see the item clearly, feel a little bit of a description about maybe how much land impact and how many poses and that kind of thing. So let's add on the adult version of the couple vanity. Let's add on the bathtub again. And then, yeah, once again, related items. Trying to think what would go nice. Now we have plenty of PG items, so let's see. We have an awesome bench. We have lovely armchairs. Let's see. Oh yes, we have a bed. Table and chair, let's see, pallet bed. This part, it's a little strategic. Outdoor things, indoor things. Let's look at wall art again. In a PG bathroom, what would be cute? That item is pretty cute, little fantasy themed, but it's all good. Fancy parts. Once again, we probably don't want the naughty words wall art in the PG version, so I guess that wall art's cool. Maybe a light. Let's see. That's a hanging light, so that might be cute. And then once again, adding everybody who needs to be on it. And this is just, once again, what we personally agreed is our cut for this item. And the other 20% goes to the store to fund events and uploads and rent and just whatever else we do. Okay, so now this is good. So we will update. Okay, and this is general rating for a PG item, adult rating. They're both good. We're gonna list, select these two and then hit the list. And then give it a minute. Okay, they're no longer unlisted, so let's go to the store. Let's see them there, and we're gonna go newest first. And look, there they are. Pretty easy. Here's everything we wrote. Here's our related items with their pictures. And the SL URL field populates this with the link we put in. We have the 5 prim count mesh. We said to copy, modify, see product details for permissions, which is where we say copy and mod, but scripts, blah, blah, blah. And 100% mesh. Yeah, it all looks good. Here's our features. It shows what items we put in way back at the beginning of the video. And of course, no reviews or anything yet because it's brand new. But yeah, that's basically it. I hope this was informative and, you know, gave tips to fellow people who are starting to put stuff on Marketplace and want to know what the process is like. I've been doing this for years and it's just, I've done this so many times. Sorry if I went too fast for anybody, but yeah, you can use comments and ask me questions and I can try to help. Alright, well, thank you all, and see you next time.